where did astrology and horoscopes come from on this planet?
Oh, that goes very, very far back. That's way, way back there. Astrology and horoscopes. That was the time before Atlantis. And there's a lot of different descriptions of what happened before Atlantis. Atlantis was the pinnacle before the last wipeout. But there was one before that. And astrology, understand that the zodiac signs are templates for the personality types that exist here. And there's free will, of course. You know, I get to make your own decisions here, but you accept a template, and you decide what template you want before you incarnate here, and you can move through them. So, in an incarnation, you can come in as a very giving, empathetic person that is the template of your personality. You know, very receptive, very empathetic. You can come in as a very egotistical person that's very, very set on the external features and very shallow. You know, how pretty you are and the things that you can acquire, and it's your template. And these are the experiential templates that you come in under, and you can decide from there how you personalize your personality. And that's, you know, personalize your personality. I was kind of silly, but anyway, you make it individual from there, and there's these templates that you follow. So the templates are fairly correct as far as personality traits. And Todd has seen this in his interactions with people when he follows the astrology signs, and he looks at the generic personality traits. He's found this to be true, and that is the case for the most part. The ones where they give you daily horoscope, and well, we don't see a lot of use in that one. But in any case, they came from before Atlantis. They are personality templates that the consciousness can incarnate. When they incarnate on a planet, they decide what they want their personality template to be. And it's a general, so that, you know, a road has different paths that it can take. And there's 12 different paths you can take, and you choose which road you want to go down. And in that road, you have other avenues that you can take to personalize your personality characteristics, but you're still on the same road. You're still going in the general direction, and you're your own person, but you're still within this guideline of the personality of who you are, because you chose it before you got here.
Does this just apply to Western astrology, or does it also apply to, for example, Chinese astrology or other similar practices like numerology?
Well, what you'll see in the Chinese astrology is you'll see very, very similar things. They have, so in the one astrology we're talking, Todd's seeing the 12 of them, the Cancer and the Scorpio and the Sagittarius and the Aries and then you go over into the Chinese astrology and you're seeing the rat and the dragon and if you look at these really closely, you're going to see a lot of similarities in the descriptions. So you line them up to the dates of when the person is born, and you look at the two signs, and everyone is, for the most part, you know, like we just said, there's some personalization that occurs here, but for the most part, you look at the one that the Chinese astrology talks about, and then you look at the one that the other astrology talks about, and you're going to see similarities in your personality. You'll be like, yeah, I get that. Yeah, I'm that. Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't have that one. No, that's not me. Well, yeah, I get that. Well, yeah, so, you know, it's all stemming from the original construct that came a very long time ago. And it's like languages. You know, there's languages that originated from a source language, but you can't understand each other anymore. It's the same thing.
Oh, that's a really interesting concept. So, because astrology is basically born of a study of the stars. Does that show a connection between humans and the stars and the galaxies and our things outside of this solar system?
Yes.
Interesting. So ascension is not dependent upon technology, it's dependent more upon awareness.
That's correct. Ascension is not dependent upon technology. And in many instances, in your Earth instance right here, right now, it's a hindrance to ascension. The technology is hindering ascension. People, instead of connecting with their consciousness and ascending to the next level of telepathy, people are walking around in their phones. They're letting technology be their ascension. Everyone is acting like their phone is the next density. That's a hindrance. It's not a help. It's a crutch. It's a third density crutch for what is available in the fourth density. That you won't need a phone. You won't need technology. You can just do it. And you want to go call a consciousness that's on the other side of your planet, you just sit down in a quiet space and what you would consider meditation, and the next thing you know, you're talking to them. That's how fourth density works. You don't need a telephone or a piece of electronics in your pocket so that you can do it. You'll be able to do it. So no, technology does not, ascension does not require technology. And in fact, in this instance, technology is a hindrance to ascension. The vibration and frequency that's coming through is coming through in the verbal productions that you're putting out there on the internet. Then the books, when they read them, there'll be something that comes through, but not to the level that comes through when people listen to your work. It's much more effective when they listen to it, which is why we told you not to transpose it in the text. It needs to stay the YouTube videos that they listen to.
Should he continue to make these videos while he's writing the book?
Absolutely.